voice for small business, a real advocate on the federal and state level. This is an organization that helps get information to your elected officials on issues coming down the pipe. I'm running for Congress, first time I've ever run for office, because I'm so frustrated by Washington. And one of the things about Washington is that they seem to not understand that the regulations they're passing have impact on real people here, out there in the real world. And NFIB is a great organization that advocates for real people and can get information about the impact of government policies and government regulations. And so I appreciate the work you do, and I do look forward to working very closely with you. I want to thank the Meismers for hosting us here. This is an example of a fine family business. They are great citizens in the community, and they feed me a couple times a week, so I appreciate that too. But thank you for the example you set, and Chris obviously does a tremendous job on the county commission, looking out for business needs, fighting regulation and taxes. As I travel the district, Greg, I talk to small business people all the time, and I hear the same thing you're saying. There's an environment out there of uncertainty because of regulations, because of healthcare costs, because of energy costs, because of tax policy. And there are business people that want to expand their business. They want to hire more people. There are people out there who have an idea and want to start a business, but they can't get access to the capital because of Dodd-Frank regulations. Dodd-Frank was a huge overreach, and because of what happened in Wall Street, they're punishing banks like community banks here in Concord, Stanley County, and all across the district. And what's happening is banks can't make loans to people they normally want to make loans to. I talked to a developer who's got a significant amount of money in the bank. He owns a hotel, a bunch of properties, plenty of money, deals with one bank exclusively. He bought a property here in Cabarrus County that's valued at $10 million. And he wanted to do a mixed-use development. So he went to his bank and said, I need to borrow $6 million on this property. And they said, we'd love to loan it to you. You're great, you're one of our favorite clients, but the banking regulations say that we can't loan money to a project that doesn't have an income stream. That's the new federal regulation. So here's a guy who could literally write a personal check for the $6 million, couldn't borrow the money. So if he can't do a new development project, how's anybody going to start a new development project? That's construction jobs, that's retail jobs once they've built these businesses. And these are the kind of unintended consequences, at least I hope they're unintended, that these federal regulations are causing. And we see it every day. I was given the honor of speaking at the Republican National Convention down in Tampa. It said it was the best 2 minutes of the entire convention. Of course, it was my mother who said that. But I was excited about that chance because I wanted to go down there and talk about real people here in North Carolina who are suffering because of the policies of Barack Obama that Larry Kissel votes for. And so the examples I gave, one was a home builder in Monroe. They told me that, Richard, I can't even project to see profits anywhere in the future. I'm just trying to hang on. And so I'll take any job, whether it's remodeling, small projects, just so I don't have to lay off any more of my crew. And so, I can see the pain in his eyes as he's talking to me about this. He says, if I can just keep my crew together, when the economy comes back, I'll have those skilled workers and we can go back at it again. And I talk to people every day who are just struggling to keep their head above water, and they're struggling against regulations from our government. And they're struggling against a tax policy that punishes business. They're struggling because of this new health care law that, as Greg said, Larry Kissel voted for it, and then he voted against it, and then he voted for it, and then he voted against it. We don't know where he stands, but I'll tell you where I stand. I'm going to do everything I can to repeal that law. And to be honest with you, though, before that law was passed, the status quo wasn't that good for business either. And so what I want to do is put in market-based reforms that drive down the cost of health care, that give us more options, that give individuals power to make decisions. And that's the model we need, and that's the model that's going to be effective for small business. I want small businesses to be able to band together to buy insurance. I want tax credits for individuals who want to buy insurance. I want to force insurance companies to compete across state lines and drive down costs. All these are market-based ideas that do nothing to destroy the quality of care that we're going to see destroyed by Obamacare. And they also will drive down costs and increase access and increase choices and empower individuals, not a bureaucratic board of 15 people. And we had a debate on Monday talking about healthcare, and they asked my opponent, if we come back, I actually got to go first. He said, if we come back here a year from now, what do you want to tell us? And I said, I want to tell you that I went to Washington and we reformed Medicare, and and we saved Social Security, and we put in place a healthcare system based on markets. And they went to my opponent, and he said, well, I'm basically going to keep doing everything I've been doing. Literally, that was his quote. And I can tell you that what he's been doing is not working, and so we need a change. And so that's why I appreciate the support from NFIB and from all of you. And we've got 40 days. It only took, it's not a lot of time, but I tell you, the Lord was able to wash the whole planet clean in 40 days, putting the oil back on dry land. So if we can do that, we can win this election. So I thank you for your support, and just look forward to working with you. Before we disperse, I saw Carl Ford slip in the back. I want to recognize Carl Ford is an outstanding county commissioner over in Rowan County. He's going to be the next state legislator representing Cabarrus and Rowan. And Carl runs a business. He understands the same issues we're talking about. Carl, you're going to be an outstanding representative. I look forward to serving with you. Thank you for being here. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much.